That's empty when she's finished. Oh. Serves me right. I was about to make a joke about Dom bringing his security guard with him to run around the park, and I dropped the camera. Right, it's Wednesday evening. A few things to run through. I want to try and make this more of a weekly vlog in chronological order rather than Ross talks at a camera on a Sunday and chucks footage over it. The first thing is thank you very much to all those that entered the bit of a giveaway that I did last week. I will put up who's won that at the end of this video. I'll put a time card if you are somebody that isn't going to watch the rest of this video, although it didn't quite have my desired effect with regards to bumping my subscriber numbers. But what it has shown me is there are a significant number of you that are very loyal, that knew the right answer, commented below on the last video. So that was great. I think at Wednesday evening it's about 60 people already that have entered, so maybe close to 100 by the time we get to the weekend. The second thing is what I've been up to this week. So far so good, touch wood. I've done my normal routine, so a little spin on Monday morning followed by a gym session in the evening. Tuesday I did a drill swim and a run with Amy and Bryn at lunchtime, and then sorry, no, it wasn't with Amy, it was just with Bryn. And then today I've been swimming again with Amy, first time she's been swimming in over a month. And I've just done an aerobic bike session, 12, 10, 8, 6 minutes, all zone 2, most of it in TT position, getting familiar with that again, which is good. So good start to the week so far. The other thing to update you on just now is, as I mentioned in my last video, I'm meant to be on jury service. So I went to court on Monday. I didn't get selected for a case. I almost ended up on a 4-week case, but it's far too long a story to tell you. So I got sent home, or I went home at the end of Monday, and effectively I've been on call since. So I've had an email each evening to say, don't even bother coming in. I'm not due in tomorrow, so I've been back at work. I say work in inverted commas, it's really difficult because I handed everything off for people to like look after or monitor or do during the 2 weeks I was hopefully going to be away. So I've kind of come back and popped in and out of meetings and what have you. Probably going to go into the office tomorrow as I normally would on a Thursday. And I kind of miss it a little bit, funnily enough. So yeah, and then we'll see next week if I actually get called up or this just ends up being a one-day sat in a what can only be described as the most depressing airport-style waiting room. And it's almost like a really crap Kona roll call ceremony when some poor jury officer comes in and reads out people's names and nobody jumps up and celebrates. Obviously they all kind of groan or grumble or what have you, but yeah. And then the last thing to update you on right now is I think we have an answer to what is causing me pain in my ankle. But I went to see a chap called Chris Eek, who runs a clinic called HBO in Harpenden, who I've been to for various things. He actually solved my plantar fasciitis a couple of years ago. He believes my perineal retiniculum capsule is what has grown a bit of, what did he call it, fibrous kind of being to it. The plan is to hopefully get some shockwave therapy on it. Effectively, it's the bit of fascia that holds down the perineal tendon. So why it was a bit hard to diagnose is everyone thought it might be my perineal tendon, which is the one that comes right down the outside of your leg, round your ankle bone and inserts into your foot. And this is what effectively holds it in place. So I can't really do much damage to it. So I can kind of continue on, but we definitely want to break this fibrous tissue down and kind of go back to business as usual. So that's the plan. Worst case is I get that injected if I can't, the shockwave treatment doesn't work. So hopefully start that soon. But the main thing is I have an answer. And when you have an answer, you can actually put something in place to hopefully fix it. And I felt a bit in the no man's land. So that's up to date to Wednesday. Tomorrow is run and optimal endurance club session in the evening on the bike. And then we'll see what the plans are for the weekend. Probably very similar to what I did last weekend. So off the turbo, it's still Wednesday evening. Thought I'd just show you what I have for dinner, just to reassure you all out there that triathletes don't live off beans on toast. I am currently cooking crispy sesame tofu with veggie fried rice. This is a Mindful Chef box. No, I'm not sponsored. One of the chaps who owns the company used to be my captain in my rugby team. These are something Amy and I use throughout the year, on and off, to A, focus on our diet a little bit, and B, as Amy's vegetarian, try and use less processed veggie crap in our veggie meals. So yeah, there you go. Wednesday dinner. Right, Thursday evening, back in the shed of dreams. What have we got tonight? Got an optimal endurance led session on Zwift. There's only going to be 4 or 5 of us. I did send the invite out late today. Naughty me. This morning I did a 45-minute run on a treadmill. It acted as a welcome to the treadmill for 2024, Ross, as I haven't run on it for probably since August. And if I look back on last year, I had to build up slowly to running on the treadmill. I was doing the Zwift Academy sessions this time last year, which were brutal. So yeah, just good that I can jump on and do 45 minutes and I haven't got to worry about my calves. I've got a new device for my calves that I'm going to show you that I've started using the last couple of days on some advice from the osteopath, and I can definitely feel it working, so it might be useful for more of you. So yeah, I did 45 minutes and it acted as a quick catch-up call with my coach, who is sunning himself out on the golf course out in Australia at the moment. So I was able to speak to him on the phone while he was speaking to me, basically, and I could listen in, be on the phone, combine 2 things for maximum efficiency. Didn't get called again today, not called tomorrow for jury service. So I did actually go all the way into the office today, into London. It's like an hour to get into the office, and I actually missed it. So yeah, glad to go in, get it done, see some people, come home. Bryn's at doggy daycare on Thursdays, and get this group session done. And hopefully, fingers crossed, the boss will be home in the next 20-30 minutes. She can get the dinner on and do the cooking for once. Got some sort of butternut squash lentil dal thing. So there we go. Fun Thursday evenings. So it's Friday morning, just back at home after a swim, having my breakfast. And I thought I'd just talk about my swim session a little bit. Not because I've managed to miraculously get any swim footage, but the session I did was the first one with some intensity. So I've done 6 swims now in the last 2 weeks. All 5 are the ones I've done previously to this, with pool paddles, drills, sort of aerobic swimming, trying to regain a feel for the technique and whatnot, and the things I need to work on. Bryn's coming to disrupt the video. He's trying to fit in. What are you doing, Bryn? So this swim set is a classic one that I probably will do, God knows, maybe 10 times over a year, almost once a month. Some slight variations to it. It's essentially 8 lots of 50 off whatever 20 seconds, 15 seconds rest is for you. So somewhere around 65 to 70 seconds for me at the moment. VO2 effort on the 50s, a somewhat longish rest, and then repeat. Do that 8 times. Then have a block of swimming. So for me, it's normally about 400 meters, and I can swim that however I like. Today I did 4x100 pull and paddles in between, but you can either swim 400 meters continuously, you can do some drills, you can do whatever, as long as it's not hard. And then 2 times through of that. So 8 times 50, 400 swim, 8 times 50, 400 swim. Some of the variations are do 3 sets of that when I'm a bit fitter and a bit faster. Can reduce the rest, obviously, down to sort of 10 seconds if you're brave. At the moment, for the most part, I swim in a long course pool. I swim in the same pool every day that I go swimming. Just on Tuesdays, it's a 25 metre pool. So it was long course, 50 metres, and I was coming in between 42 and 43 seconds, which is sort of 124, 126 pace. And I wanted to share that to show sort of
myself almost, hopefully in a few months' time, the progression I'll make back to what I would call my normal numbers. So in a short course pool, I would normally swim somewhere around 37, 38 seconds for those, which obviously is down into the 114, 116 per 100 pace type zone. I've never really done this set properly since I've moved to long course pool, but for me, I'm going to say it on the internet now, good looks like sub 40 seconds for some of those, or for all of them. If I could do sub 40 seconds off a minute 8 times and 2 sets of that, I think that would be a pretty good sort of goal to go for. Any quicker than that would be amazing. So yeah, it's November. The times are a bit slower than you kind of want, and I'm seeing that across bike and run obviously as well, with powers and paces and stuff. But it's just a line in the sand of what it looks like. I actually felt pretty good, and it was quicker than I actually thought. I thought I'd be closer to 45, 46. So yeah, the line in the sand is 42, 43. Next time I do this set, I'll check in, see what progress we've made. Hopefully we're closer to 40 and we're well on that route towards sub 40 seconds. Anyway, that's Friday. I'll do a gym session later and then we'll get stuck into the weekend. So just finished my gym session. Pretty standard stuff. I might do it in more detail one day, particularly when I'm lifting heavier weights. But this is the one bit of kit I said I'd show you down here. It's a calf stretching board. So I can stand on it like this. And if I stand up upright, I can feel it all the way down my calves. I can set it to 3 angles, although the most aggressive angle is like 40 odd degrees, which I don't think anyone can stand on. But yeah, I've been using it all this week, and I definitely feel better in my calves. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. I can sit here and scroll Instagram reels while doing training, I suppose. Anyway, that's Friday done. Right, it is Saturday morning, and as promised, I have got up nice and early, got up about 5:30, driven down to London. So this is Victoria Park just behind me, and it's now 7:20. I've been here since 7, half an hour early, because I'm a legend, / there was no traffic. So Dave is one of my athletes. I used to play rugby with him, coached him for a number of years. He's got a sort of aerobic build run to do. No races on the calendar just yet for Dave. Had a bit of an injury over the summer / spring, so he's on the build back to running 5-6 times a week. And Dom, who you might see, is doing the key session. He's got 3 by 10k. It's his last big marathon session before the Valencia marathon in a couple of weeks. Hopefully he does them all in 39 minutes something. So sort of the goal for Dom in Valencia is to break 250, hopefully run mid 240s. 248 would be great. That'd be a good PB. So yeah, this is the big confidence inducing session that someone might do. It's only a session I would give somebody at Dom's sort of ability. You know, by the end of the session, he'll be close to sort of 35, 36k of running. He has been asking, like lots of runners do, for many years, to be honest, more mileage, want to run more, etc. And I always try and hold people back a little bit, depending on their sort of aspirations and ability, etc. But this should be a big one. So yeah, he's not done many of them. It's not like we've done kind of 6 weeks of 20+ miles every weekend, but yeah, let's go. The weather's pretty miserable. The sun is just coming up, but it is raining. Doesn't look too windy right now. You could argue it's perfect running conditions. So yeah, let's get it done, and then we will have coffee and some food, and I'll drive home. I will probably nap. Amy's hopefully taken Bryn out for her run, so he'll be tired, and I can spend the afternoon on Training Peaks getting some work done, and very horizontal. Let's go. Right, Dom's session is complete. Last 10k was 38 something, low 38, so whew.
We were pretty lucky with that weather as well.
Oh, 100%.
That could have been.
Yeah,
really
I prepared myself for like the worst day of my life.
on the way here, I was like, oh fuck, great. This morning when I woke up, I was like, yes, we missed it. On the way here, drizzle, fine. Parked up and it was up. I was like, oh fuck, here we go.
He's got about 3-4k left in the last rep. Absolutely flying. Right then, it is Sunday afternoon. Just done my 2-hour ride on the turbo. So the plan was 3 hours, ideally an outdoor ride, but I mean, the weather's dry, but it's bloody windy outside. And I wasn't feeling great, to be honest, this morning. I targeted having a lie-in. Lie-in for me is getting up at about 7ish, which I did. But according to Garmin, I only slept for 5.5 hours and had 40 minutes of sleep. I can definitely feel it. I think Amy's done the classic. She's done some cleaning because the cleaner's coming on Monday. And she'd moved a load of dust around in the bedroom. So it kind of sets, I call it hay fever. I know it's November, it's not technically hay fever. But I definitely have a bit of a sensitivity to dust. So I jumped on the turbo. Thought at least get one episode of the new Brawn GP thing on Disney Plus. Highly recommend it if you haven't already. Get through one episode, see where I'm at, pick a new route, keep myself motivated to do that. So that's what I did. Kept it pretty steady, rode it as if I was like outdoors, so there was a bit of a climb for 20-30 minutes, so pushed slightly harder up there, then went up to, what do we call it, the radio tower climb, and sort of rode sort of more tempo-y, thresholdy up there a bit. So to add some intensity like you would if you went outside and rode up and down some hills. So that's Sunday done. I know it's a lengthy video, I was editing it this morning. So yeah, next up is the announcement of who's going to win. I need to go and somehow randomise the comments. I might have to type them all out on Excel and do something. So the next section is that, and then that'll be a wrap for the week. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next week. Right, so Sunday evening, 6 o'clock. Just done a coach call with Jack and Brett to chat about some exciting things for the new year. And I'm now trying to work out how to pick the lucky winner of the £50 voucher for Precision Fuel Hydration. Bryn, are you going to help? Nope, he's asleep. Right, so enter the URL in there. Pick a winner. We'll confirm I'm not a robot. Let's see what happens. The winner is Timothy Litchfield. 99 grams per hour. That is the correct answer. Slightly less than I wanted to have in Nice. Mainly as I didn't consume what I wanted to on the run. But that is the answer, and that is the winner. So, Timothy, hopefully you're watching. Drop me a message on Instagram. If you don't already follow me, it's at Triathlon Ross. And then I will sort out getting the code, voucher, etc. more than likely emailed to you. And yeah, the first giveaway on this channel. I don't think I'm going to do a lot of them, mainly because I don't have a lot to give away. But yeah, there you are. There's an experience for me, experience for you. That's the end of the week. Next week's a busy one. I am back in court tomorrow for jury service, not because I'm the defendant. Don't know whether I'll be in work the rest of the week. The family are coming next weekend. We're hosting a 4-year-old's birthday party on Thursday, and the weekend is probably going to be carnage. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and see you soon. Bye.